Welcome to Tea with Key. You know how we do. We sip and we spill. Notice, sip, sip, hooray. Got a new glassware going on. This time I decided, you know what, let's get a little mixy, you know? So if you want to sip what I am sipping on, steep the tea, chill it with equal parts peach tea, equal parts lemonade, and then half part vodka. Okay, so on today's episode, I am going to tell you how I survived Cornell while being broke, far from home, and changing my major. So, you guys know I graduated, class of 2017, whoop whoop. I was balling on a budget all of my years of Cornell, and I would just like to say, first off, I would not have gone to Cornell if it was not for financial aid. Check your emails, and I mean this like in all seriousness, whether it was, you know, live having free coffee or free tea, or if it was, you know, the Ivy Room, check those emails, and also be on top of lives, BOGO, buy one, get one. I would also say this, join the Mug Club. Not only is it environmentally friendly, but you also get a discount. Also, last point about food, make that trip to Walmart or Wegmans. Most of you are probably gonna be looking for internships, and I would say look for internships that offer free housing. So for example, I wanted to do one of the 161 things to do on the list of things to do before you graduate Cornell, and one of them was to stay a summer at Cornell. And I was like, oh my God, like, okay, Ithaca is gorgeous. I was actually working with conference services as a conference assistant, and they actually provide free housing whether you do full-time or part-time. There were 2 points in my Cornell career where I had 2 jobs at the same time. You know, it's hard out here, but if you can get a job and you like what you're doing and you like the people and the pay is good, then hey, keep doing what you're doing. Gym membership, okay? You know, slim thick is goals. You know, I'm gonna get there, you know, one day. But anyways, okay, so I know a lot of you, you know, you're prioritizing working out, and I will say this. One thing that I did, I actually took a gym class that was fitness for women, and we were actually able to use the gym that is in Appel, and it was 20 of us, and we got to use all of the facility, just us as a class, and it was free. But one thing that I actually found out is that if you buy a membership, and you can look up the details online for this on Cornell's website, if you go, I believe it's 50 times, then Cornell can actually reimburse you. So it's like you are getting rewarded for going to the gym. Also, one last thing when it comes to working out, go back, like I said, check those emails out. There are things that are offered like free yoga. There's also free Zumba. I'm telling you, peep those emails. Books on books on books. Borrow direct, interlibrary loan. Now borrows books from so many different universities, and you can just go online, look up what books you need. If there's a partner library that has it, just say that you need it and you can get it, and there are opportunities to renew the books as well. So I know for me, like I said, I was looking at my book list and I was just like, yo, like, all these books, really? But, you know, just look on there and see if they are available to you. With the library, wow. I've been struggling low-key a lot of times at Cornell when it came to like technology that I had. There were times I had to get a new laptop cords, and there were a lot of times it was a hot mess. Go to the library, I'm telling you, free rentals for PCs, Macs, cords, also camera equipment. There were times where, you know, I was renting this fancy camera equipment and tripods. Go to the library. You don't have to have a lot of money to be able to succeed at Cornell. Now, I do want to tell you guys one great way to save money and also visit your family if you're like me and you're far from home is to utilize a service called Zimride. Zimride literally will save you so much money. It's essentially a website you can go onto when you carpool, and you can put whether you're a student or a staff member of Cornell using your Cornell email address. I was able to get a ride from Cornell to North Carolina for, guess how much? Guess how much? $90 round trip. I'm telling you, like, I saved so much money. If you're not on Zimride, get on it. It will save you so much money. Also, if you're a person at Cornell that has a car, then you can make money by having passengers. Being far from home, you know, it's really hard, but I'm telling you, the way that technology is nowadays, you can video chat, whether it be on Skype, Google Hangouts, Facebook Messenger even has a video chat option. Snapchat has a video chat option. So if you're scrolling through your feed and you see that cousin you haven't talked to in a while, or your sibling or your parents or whoever, like, I'm telling you, take advantage of the opportunity to just sit down with your phone, your laptop, tablet, whatever, and have a conversation like that. And it's not the same as taking a Zim ride and getting back home, but it is something that helped me, because being far from home is not easy. It's not easy. There were times where I cried and I thought to myself, like I just really want to go home. Like, school is hard. Like, how am I going to do this? But just know, Cornell chose you for a reason. In addition to that, if you're far from home like me, just take one summer to take an internship back home. My freshman summer, I stayed at Cornell. My sophomore summer is when I actually came back home for an internship. So even if, it's not something that is 100% aligned with what you want to do, if it can help you in certain areas where you want to improve upon, then, why not take the opportunity? You get to come back home and, for me personally, it felt like it was old times again. It didn't even feel like so much time had passed, and I was just happy that I was able to, get an internship back here in my hometown, Greensboro, North Carolina, and be able to be at home with my family. That was one thing I would say for any of y'all who are getting homesick, take that internship back home for the summer. So, lastly, something that a lot of people do when they go to college, changing their major. And, like I said, I graduated Cal. Okay, the last time I will rep this. I thought I had lost this. They gave it to us for graduation, but anyways, I started off in Cal's, ended in Cal's, and I keep looking at this because I put it here because I'm like, I need to have something Cornell. I put it here, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on right now, because at the end of the day, we are all Cornell alumni. Whether you graduated from Cal's, whether you graduated from arts and sciences, whatever your major was in those, you graduated from the Cornell University. Big Red. So, I came into Cornell as an animal science major. I was pre-vet. I'd worked at a veterinary hospital the summer before I went to Cornell, and I'd volunteered there a little while before, and I had this dream for a good chunk of time, and I was like, you know what? This is what I really want to do. I went to Cornell, and I actually mentally decided that I wanted to change my major the first semester that I was there. The animal science program is great. It is top notch. It's thebomb.com, and my advisor was supportive. Everyone was supportive. But when I sat down with myself and said, like, is this what I want to do with my life? And I said to myself, like, it actually isn't. I did have to express interest in wanting to switch into communication, because my mother's always told me I had the gift for gab, and I wanted to learn about how we can use communication in order to achieve a desired goal, whether it be increasing, whether it be persuading people to perform a certain action or to not perform a certain action, whether it be, harmful to themselves, to other people, to the environment, anything along those lines. Or just something that's not conducive to society. So I want to learn about how I can be a stronger writer, how I can be a stronger speaker, and improve upon communication in so many facets. I should probably make a video about my studies in comm, because I absolutely loved it. My transition, I did not have to transfer out of Cal's, because that is a separate process on itself as far as if you're wanting to switch colleges. But I was really thankful that communication is one of those oddball majors that's in Cal, because people were like agriculture and life sciences, like communication. But I was able to graduate on time. I was also able to fit studying abroad into that as well, because I actually got credit for my major when I was studying abroad. So any of y'all, definitely look to see what your classes will qualify for. I actually also got credit for my minor, which was inequality studies. And the transition was hard, but I would honestly say the friends that I made at Cornell, such a support system for me at Cornell, and I'm extremely thankful for that. The most important person to talk to when you're changing your major is yourself. Sit down with yourself, because you're the person who's going to go through the application process. You're the person who's going to be taking those classes, and at the end of the day, this is your life. So you could be thinking to yourself, well, what do my parents want me to do? Or what do my friends want me to do? Or what What does my significant other want me to do? But at the end of the day, it is up to you. This is your life, and you, at the end of the day, you're an individual. Make sure that you have a plan set out. Just because you come in as one thing doesn't mean you have to graduate as it. Cornell, literally, every professor that I have had, they are teaching because they are passionate about it. And I'm telling you, if you want to make that change, make it happen, and you just go full force. And at the end of the day, that communication is what I wanted to do. My application in, I officially transferred into the major my sophomore year, and I have been happy ever since. Like I said, I graduated this past May, and I'm actually going to be starting my job this month. You know, big girl moves out here adulting, and with that, it's actually gonna come a new change. I will actually be working in Atlanta, Georgia, so not too far from my home. You know, hop in the car, drive 5 hours, but like I said, at the end of the day, I'm happy for the change. As always, thank you so much for watching this episode of Tea with Key. Let me know if you made this drink, if you like it. If not, you can drop a recipe for me. I might make it the next episode. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter so we can keep this conversation going. Thank you for watching this episode of Tea with Key.